Alrighty, guys. Happy Monday. Hope y'all had a great weekend and are having a great start to your week, even though the stock market is not. It's currently about 1 p.m. on the East Coast, and we have all the indexes in the red, the Dow, the S&P, the Russell, and the NASDAQ. Can't forget about the NASDAQ. And we have Palantir down over 1%. So we're going to break down Palantir today and the indexes, and maybe, if we have time, some other stocks at the end of the video. So hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe, guys. Don't forget to do that. And of course, if you want some free stocks from Moo, get up to 15 stocks, and each of those could be valued up to $2,000. Just use that link down below or go to stocksurfs.com/Moo. We'll talk more about that later, guys. Don't worry. And with that being said, let's dive into it. Oh, by the way, cheers. Almost forgot. Cheers. I need another coffee, guys. By the way, this thing is running pretty low right now, but either way, cheers. And with that being said, let's dive into it. So like I said, guys, Palantir stocks in the red right now, down over 1%, and all the indexes are down as well, as it is roughly 1:15 p.m. on the East Coast. And talk about volatility. Palantir opened up at around $25.80 to about 70 cents, and then we rocketed up to about $26.80. So we ran up around $1 or around 4%. Then we sold off, pretty much gave back that entire gain. Then we ended up rallying again, but we made a lower high. You guys can see, let me draw this out right here, right? You guys noticed that. Then we sold off, and now we're struggling to break back out of $25.80 to $26 per share, which brings me to this. Let me show you this, guys. We arguably have, well, not even arguably, we do have a descending triangle. Do you guys see this right here on the intraday on Palantir? We have lower highs being made into that 25.50 to about 25.60 level of support, which, mind you, we've held that all day today, leading back into the pre-market from this morning. And on the 5-day chart, you guys can see over the past couple of days, Palantir has successfully held that 25.50, 25.60 level. So for the bulls in the short term, guys, it is imperative for them to hold the mid-25s, because if this level does end up breaking, which, who knows, maybe that descending triangle that we have ends up playing out, it's possible we might end up seeing a sell-off down towards, you know, the lower mid-20s again, maybe $23, $24. You know, that's where it could be going. Maybe $22 again, lower 22s. Totally possible, because you guys know, if I pull this 4-hour chart up, you'll see, and we've been covering this on the channel here, guys, so make sure to subscribe if you've missed these updates. But we've covered how Palantir's been trading sideways for quite some time, or at least it was up until a couple of days ago when we broke out and got to the or not the mid-20s, but the high 20s. We got the $27.50. We were trading in this channel between 23, 22.50, 23 as support, and resistance at about 25.50, which again is where we're testing right now. So if we do break through this, in other words, we're going to be back in that channel, right? And on top of that, we'll be breaking under the 50 SMA here on the 4-hour chart, and maybe start to fill the gap back to the 180 SMA, which would put us at $22, $23 again. You know, bottom of the channel is where that would put us as well. So Palantir right now, we are slowly, you know, seeing some red, 1.4% in the red right now, but we're not fully free falling or selling off or collapsing quite yet, obviously, right? We're still above the 50, well above the 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart, but I'm just putting this on your radar, guys, as again, we are seeing a little signs, small signs here of selling off, and I just really want to put that 25.50 level in your guys' head, right? I need to nail this in your guys' head so you're aware of this spot moving forward, because again, if Palantir breaks under there, we might be slipping even further. But if we get the full-on pop off this support, guys, right, which was resistance, now it's support. If we get the full-on pop off that level, then we could be solidifying our way towards 27.50 again, which we hit a couple days ago last week. And then from there, who knows, maybe towards $30, maybe even higher, which I've covered before on the channel, right? If I pull this 3-year chart up, we can see Palantir's high from 2021 was $29 roughly. Then if we pull the max chart up back in 2020, heading into early 2021, we were at 45 bucks, 35 bucks, 40, 45 bucks. So we could really start breaking out if we're able to get out of 25.50, 27.50, and obviously above 35, or not really 35, more like 30 bucks per share. So what do you guys think about Palantir? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. As always, it all comes down to what happens at 25.50, at least in the very short term. And of course, we'll do more updates here on the channel. So again, you know what to do. Make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell. And the fact that we have CPI data coming out tomorrow, which we have all the indexes down in anticipation of that, that's probably also adding a bit of a damper on Palantir's stock price right now. Of course, if we get the data and the markets react positively to it tomorrow, Palantir is probably, well, it's not guaranteed, obviously, but we might get Palantir to pop off 25.50, 26 bucks if we get favorable CPI data. Time will tell. We'll see. But as of now, as we're waiting for that, which comes out tomorrow, right? Indexes are down. We have the S&P 500. Let me pull this up right now. SPY is down around, let's see here, guys, about 0.25%, which is not really much of anything, to be honest, but we are down a little bit, and earlier in the day, we were down even more. So at one point, we were down, let's see, about 0.8%, and now we're down about 0.25%, so we are rallying a little bit. But either way, we're selling off even more on the 4-hour chart here on SPY ahead of the CPI data. Triple Q's down even more, about 0.5%, which it's now pretty much right at the 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart, which is right at about 433, 434 here on Triple Q. So we're pulling off, or pulling back, to that point on this. It looks like the Russell is also selling off, which you guys probably remember. We called out this triangle a couple of videos ago. We broke out the 21.15, it looks like, on the Russell. Now we're pulling back a bit. This still looks really bullish, at least in my opinion. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, Russell's down about 0.6%, and the Dow is holding up the best out of the bunch, only down 0.1%, as it is about 400 points. Actually, no, more like 600 points away, but either way, pretty close to all-time highs. The Dow's still pretty close to all-time highs, as all of these indexes are, except for the Russell, which we still have about 400 or 500 points to go, which who knows, that could happen fairly quickly here. But yeah, that's a quick breakdown here on the these indexes on Palantir, and we'll save the other tickers for another video, guys. So make sure you all be in touch with the channel for the next video. Feel free to hit the like button, drop me your thoughts in the comments, and if you want some free stocks for Moo, don't forget, up to 15 stocks, each up to $2,000. Just use that link down below, or go to stocksurfest.com/Moo. Open up your account and fund it with at least $100. You get 5 stocks, and fund it with at least $1,000. You get 10 more stocks, totaling 15 stocks. And again, each of those could be valued up to $2,000. So get on it, guys. Use that Moo link down below. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you all later.